With Fred Rogan following Sunday Night Football on NBC.
NBC Sports, home of the Olympic Games, the NHL, the PGA Tour, Premier League, and Primetime's #1 show, Sunday Night Football, only on NBC.
Buffalo, it has been too long. For the first time in 13 years, Sunday Night Football is in Western New York, and we've got a pair of division leaders. TJ Watt, the Steelers, they made the quick trip north as they look to bounce back from their first loss of the season. Tonight, taking on Josh Allen and a Bills team that's chasing its first division title in a quarter century. It's Pittsburgh, it's Buffalo, it's coming up on Sunday Night Football. But first, as always, we get you set with Football Night in America. Hello, everyone. Liam McHugh with Tony Dungy, Chris Sims, Rodney Harrison, Mike Florio lurking over our shoulders. And welcome back, Steve Kornacki. He's going to be with us for the rest of the season to dissect the playoff picture. Guys, it is Mike Tirico's birthday, so we all chipped in. Got him an expense-paid trip to Buffalo.
Yeah. Woo, baby.
Not bad.
Hey, did he turn 50 yet?
31. 31. He's done a lot in his career
Liar.
so far. He's going to be calling tonight's game. That's coming up. Plenty of games finishing up right now. We're going to get to those highlights in just a bit, but the action that has gone final, the best of the best, what you've seen today. Kick us off,
Liam, I have to go with the Chiefs tight end, Travis Kelce. He was absolutely outstanding today. 8 catches, 136 yards. And Chris, did you know he's leading the league in receiving as a tight end? It's crazy.
He is. He's great. Tennessee Titans got their 9th win to stay in first place in the AFC South. And once again, it was Derrick Henry punishing the Jaguars. Forget all those references to trucks. I'm renaming him the Sherman Tank.
That's right, Coach.
The Tank to the Bears. They're not done yet. They hosted Houston all week long. Mitch Trubisky was hearing about how Chicago should have drafted Deshaun Watson, so he went out and threw 3 TDs in the first half. Bears rolled in this one.
Way to go, Trubisky. Well, I'm going to go to the Arizona Cardinals and what they did to the Giants, especially the Giants' offense today. Hassan Riddick was phenomenal. 5 sacks, 3 strip sacks on the way. Cardinals dominated the Giants.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers came out of their bye week in a big way with a much-needed win over the Vikings. They got to Kirk Cousins 6 times. Shaq Barrett got him twice. I spoke to Barrett after the game. He had a specific message to a player on the Vikings, not the quarterback. I'll tell you what he said.
Full highlights of that key game coming up. I wasn't here last week. The best thing I saw last Sunday, Steve Kornacki breaking down playoff probabilities.
The khakis on.
He is back. Steve, that Bucs win, that Cardinals win, huge for what's going on here. What does the big board tell us?
Very big development in the NFC. Let's take a look at that on that Cardinals win today, and the Cardinals getting help here. It was the Cardinals and Vikings we were talking about fighting last week for that final spot in the NFC. The Vikings came into today with the 7th spot, but they lose. The Cardinals win. They have now flipped positions. Right now it would be the Cardinals in the playoffs, the Vikings out, and then the road forward for both of these teams, given the schedule that the Cardinals have, they now have nearly a 60% chance of making the playoffs. The Vikings, meanwhile, they got the Bears, they got the Saints, they got the Lions, only a 14% chance now of the Vikings making the playoffs. They fall out, they fall a game behind Arizona. Let's look at this in the context of the entire NFC playoff picture right now. Again, the other development with the win, Tampa Bay nearly certain now to make the playoffs, a 95% chance, and really the big uncertainty here in the NFC hits this number 4 spot. It's going to go to the winner of the NFC East, whoever that ends up being, and that's where there's drama unfolding at this hour. Washington right now, at least based on those 1 o'clock games, is in that 4 spot for the time being. But let's take a look at what is going on here in the NFC East right now. Let's call that up, and you can see the Giants coming into today, they lost. They fall to 5-8. The opportunity is now here for Washington. They are leading as we speak against San Francisco. If they hang on and win that game, they got the lead. They're a game up on the Giants, and their playoff chances, they're going to have more than a 70% chance of making the playoffs just if they hang on and beat the 49ers here. And by the way, I know you're probably keeping tabs on the score. The Eagles with a chance to knock off New Orleans, even if the Eagles win and pull that upset just by winning, Washington will still have better than a 70% chance. With that win, the Eagles would only have an 11% shot. Real opportunity in the next few minutes for Washington.
All right, he's got the sleeves rolled up. He's fired up. I have good news for you. I know you're doing quick math up there. Chris Sims has volunteered. Anytime it gets complex,
Just let me
he's
know.
going
I
to
got
jump
it.
right up there and fill in at any moment.
You better be careful on that.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, probabilities. How about things that are 100%? The Steelers, they're in. They clinched a playoff berth today. For more on their game against the Bills, we head out to Buffalo and say hello to the Collinsworth duo. Jack, Chris, how you guys doing?